Hey, welcome back to, well, I've said this before, but probably the last chapter, the last episode of the epic journey we've been on with the red dragons, the bloody red dragons. Anyway, I'm not doing this as a live stream or anything because lots of technical stuff, apparently, that I had to figure out, and I didn't want to bother. So I'd rather just play the matches, and I'm doing it like this, one at a time. And for this first group match against Portugal, they'll be probably be lining up like this, a little bit defensively, is what I expect them to, because they've done so in the last few matches they've had. So I'm going to attack. Right. But I just have to get everything ready. Oh, this guy, by the way, who played for a rating of 4. Well, thank you guys for making me select him by voting for him. I don't know what you were thinking. Current form and morale and everything. No, I'm confusing two players now. Actually, this guy, yeah, thank you for him. But the other guy, I actually chose him, Carl Owen. He was the one who played to a rating of 4, and now he has very low morale and poor form and everything. So, not a good result against Holland, because I don't think that was his morale, level of morale, whatever you say, before this. But now it is, and Robert Page, he's poor form and everything, so maybe I should just get this Lee Jarman guy that you guys seem to like. Get him in on the pitch. And, oh, important thing. I gave this guy, our young free transfer goalkeeper, I gave him the chance from the start against Holland. Didn't go so well. Right. So, important to get Jarman back. He has great morale and form and everything. So, how does that look? So we've got Marola on left back. I swapped him to that side. I switched him over to that side because of the problem with Carl Owen and Jeff Williams and whoever else can play. Well, actually, it's only the two of them that can play the left back, apart from Marola. And that means, come to think of it, that I have to use one of them as a sub, and then Steve Jenkins from the start, maybe. So Jeff Williams, determination 13 and very low and all that crap. I'd rather give Carl Owen the chance to maybe improve his mood a little bit. Rollins, I don't know what I can use him for, but I know that this guy Davies, he can double as a sub for defender center, but also midfielder center. Actually, he's also a defensive midfielder, and he can play the central midfield. At least I suspect he can, because he shows up if you do the player search for a center midfielder, even though he's supposedly just a central defender. So that's a giveaway. So right now, got Hartson up front, Carl Davies, Giggs and Oster. So the other option would be to have Rob Savage play from the beginning, Oster in the middle, and Carl Davies on the bench, which might make sense. But then again, Carl Davies has been playing very well in the international matches, so why not just hope for some more of that? And we've got Rob Savage, who can substitute Oster, and then Oster can play all of the attacking midfielder positions. If something happens to Hartson, the same thing, and then Carl Davies can go up front, or Giggs for that matter. Central midfield, Gareth Davies or Marola. Yeah, I think this should work. Gary Speed as captain, Ryan Giggs with all the set pieces and stuff, all the other responsibilities really. And maybe I should just check physical condition, and yeah, not much to do about that. Right, just gonna save real quick, and then we're going to play our first match of the European Championship. That's pretty epic. And luckily for I don't know if it's lucky for us, but anyway, the real European Championship was held in Portugal. And we're going to play Portugal now, but not in Portugal. We're playing them in Italy. And it's not a lot luckier because that just means we have to play against the hosts in, well, one of the other group matches. I think the third one. Yeah. And by the way, if you didn't catch the last episode, then I might as well tell you that the other two teams in our group, they've already met, and Spain won 1-0. And this is us debuting at the European Championship with a handball from Steve Jenkins. Free kick to Portugal. And they get the first shot on goal, but it's over. That's good for us. Carl Davies also puts it over. Carl Davies goes on in dangerously. He has a bit of a temper, that guy. He is the regen of Mark Hughes after all, so right, so none of the teams have hit the target so far in the first 15 minutes. Gigs with the cross. All right. Still. No, don't foul him. So that might be a dangerous free kick, probably, because it's the central defender who made the foul. Right. Harmlessly wide. And then John Hartson. Right. So first save. Oh! There you go. Good thing that I selected him from the beginning of the match. Carl Davies, the young troublemaker, with a yellow card and a goal. And Robinson pushes Alves in the back. Shouldn't do that. It's against the rules, Carl. So, but it shows they got stuck in, which is fine by me. As an old championship manager quote goes, if I remember correctly. Oh no. So that's the kind of injury that we don't want. He's a key player for us, so we need to get Carl Owen, and I just showed you before. Poor form, very low morale. So, but I don't have other options on the left back position, and I don't have a lot of other options in the defense in general because, oh shit, almost. Right, so this, even though there was an injury to Marola, I think when I discussed this over Twitter or maybe over the comments on in one of the videos, I don't remember. But anyway, when I discussed this at one point with one of you guys, damn it, then we agreed that just to get a point in this group would be a success. So we're underway. We're on our way to actually get a point or maybe even a win if we can keep this up. We're still in the lead, even though they did reduce the score to. They reduced our lead to 2-1 here in the end of the first half. But I think actually we're playing well. Maybe except midfield. They're winning midfield for some reason. Gary Speed not really playing up to par. And then we've got the yellow cards. But I'm not going to make any substitutions in the halftime break because we already used one of our subs. And, well, in general... Oh, no! Yes! Get in! Right. So, this feels good. being in the lead, a comfortable lead this time. And I don't know if it's a comfortable lead, but a 2-goal lead gets more comfortable as the game progresses, obviously, because there's less time for them to catch us. Oh. So, right, we're really doing well right now. Maybe it was a good thing that we played so poorly against Holland. Maybe that was just the wake-up call we needed. But anyway, I think... Wait a sec. What I was trying to say before was just that I like to make my substitutions around the 60th minute with a half an hour to go. And then the last substitution no earlier than the 70, I don't know, 3rd, 4th or 5th minute. Something like that. So, this is Portugal. I don't know why Figo isn't playing. He isn't retired or anything. So, Hartson with the goal. And he plays well up front. Carl Davies with the yellow card. We're in the lead here. So I might as well start thinking about those yellow cards and maybe maybe the players that are most tired. Now, Hartson, he's probably not going, even though he got the goal, he's probably not going to play the next match because we've got Andy Davies and I'll want to use him. Giggs is playing really well with the assist and all the key passes. Carl Davies, I'm going to substitute him because, well, he's really good and I want him ready for the next match. And I'm not going to substitute Carl Robinson because he's just playing too well in this match. And I don't want to ruin that. So, Carl Davies. But probably there's no rush. So I'm going to wait just a little bit longer and then make that substitution around now. And that's, I think that's a good time for this. So Rob Savage coming on. This arrow, I'm going to remove that and then get Oster into the middle. Yeah, like that. And there we go. Oh, foul by Hughes. No need for that. Well, I don't know. Apparently he felt there was a need for that. But I'd like them to not jeopardize this tremendous victory. This is a really good beginning to our European Championship campaign, and we've got Carl Robinson. Yeah, he's really tired and with the yellow card and stuff, so I have to substitute him, and maybe also Hartson, but I'm not sure. Maybe I should just let him play. Oster plays really well, and so does Hughes, and he didn't get a card. So I'll get Carl Robinson off the pitch, and then it's not a debut, but well, one of the first caps for this guy, Gareth Davies, who was one of the defenders that you guys voted onto the team, and I'm going to use him on the defensive midfield, well, on the midfield, and that's fine. So just like this. So that's the last defensive sub that we have. Then I think I'm just gonna let them play. No need for this to get too interesting in the last 12 or 15 minutes or whatever. Now we've got almost 69,000 well, fictive spectators. A really large crowd on Delle Alpi. And David Hughes, I told you guys he was the most important defender and he shows this again. Check out the headers in the defense. Lee Jarman is not the strongest guy in the air, but that's not so important if you've got David Hughes next to you. This is very impressive, if I may say so myself. And Oster and Giggs, they're really playing well on the wings. And player ratings, Wales compared to Portugal, well, speaks for itself, doesn't it? So, we are well underway with a shock defeat to Portugal at the hands of the Bloody Red Dragons. Superb result. And that means that Group A looks like this. Wales and Spain in front. And, well, new record Man of the Match awards. Yeah. Oops. So Carl Davies suspended for one match after 2 yellow cards in the competition. Not a good thing either. And Marola out for a couple of weeks. I may withdraw him, but too late to replace him with another player. So, an excellent result. Not so excellent with the suspensions and the injury to Marola. That's not good. I mean, I use him like for almost every match, and because he can play in addition to the positions that you can just see, the defensive, the midfield positions, all 3 of them, he can also play defender. So he's really important to the depth in this team. But now we're going to have to rely on people like Carl Owen and probably also Jeff Williams, if not anything else, then as a sub. Steve Jenkins, but he did well in this match. So, very interesting and exciting. Can't wait for the next match. Maybe I'll just play that today, but I'll make just this match that I've just played, as you know, because you're watching it. I'm making it into just one video. So yeah, you'll have to sit and wait for the next one to be uploaded, and I'm counting on you to be ready to watch it. So thanks for watching, and leave a comment or something like that. I don't know, whatever YouTubers say. Bye.